Hello, this is Stampy, and welcome to a Let's Play on Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. And welcome to the first episode of my Masterclass series. And in the series, I'm going to go through and play a couple games of multiplayer as each of the different classes. And the idea isn't that I'm amazing and I'm a master and I'm teaching you, how to be as good as me, because that's just simply not true. I've played this game a little bit now, but I'm still far from a master. So instead, what I'm doing is I'm kind of playing as each character to see if I can master the character, and hopefully I maybe give you a few tips on the way as well. And guess we can try and learn together to master all of these different classes. Because what I've found is that I'll pick a few of the characters that I really like, and then I get good at them, and then I only play as them, and then I never go and play as any of the other classes. So this way, it's going to force me to play as some of the classes that I maybe don't like as much as some of the other ones. And this episode is all about Citron, who is this guy here. So I'm just going to be playing as the default Citron, and I'm playing Suburbanation. And the reason I'm playing this game type is because you really want to play the best game type for the character that you are. So, for example, this guy is really fast, and in this game type, you generally are trying to get to places quickly because you want to do like lots of flanks and try and get to areas before the other players can. So, I really think that Citron is probably best for this game type because he can get down to areas really quickly, and he's pretty tough. So, I don't like his weapon very much, but he's got 200 health, which is definitely pretty decent. So he can take a lot of damage, and he's also got the shield that he can bring up as well. So if I'm getting shot at too much, I can just bring up this shield like this, and it can kind of it doesn't like make you invincible. Like, you still take damage, but you basically just take a whole lot less damage than you normally would. So where I think he's best is kind of being, I guess he's good at being a bit of a nuisance. He's good at kind of like running in and like getting really close, and then you can do a bit of damage, and then like rather than like committing to the kill, you can kind of then back off again. So I can keep like going around to like the back of these areas here, and like what you normally find in this game type is that like a lot of the focus is on just one point. So like say we'll get A, they'll get C, and then there'll be a big battle now for B as everyone goes to try and get that one. What I think's a good idea is instead of trying to go and get B, is to try and sneak around and try and get C instead, because they won't expect it, or at least just go to the back of their area and start trying to take them. Because I see that now they have C, I'm pretty sure that they're all going to be spawning over here. So I kind of just want to go behind them and just start like doing damage and getting them weak, and then that way when they push down to B, they're going to be really weak, and the rest of my teammates should be able to help me out. But that is a situation you don't want to be in where there's just someone right in your face and they're using the goo blaster, and there wasn't too much I could do about that then there. And I've also got the this attack, whatever that thing is, and I don't really know exactly what that does. It seems just to do quite a lot of damage. It says it's like an EMP thing as well, so I don't know if it does good against electronic things and stuff. So that's what this series is about. So I'm not the master yet, but hopefully I'll be, if not a master, a lot better by the end of this episode. So here I kind of want to keep my distance. I'm not good at like I do lots of gradual damage, so I'm not good at kind of charging in, like using a rocket launcher or something. I'm kind of better at sort of staying back and just kind of doing damage to a lot of people just to get them weak. So it's not really a good character if you want lots of kills. It's more about doing a lot of damage and then letting one of your teammates go and try and finish off the kill. Like you saw there, I was shooting that guy for ages, but I still didn't kill him until just about now. And now I'm in an awful situation, so what I want to do is just get out of here. So if I turn into a bull, I can just run away, and yeah, there's no shame in this. There's no shame in just going and saying, right, I'm not going to win this fight. Let's just go and back off, make sure I don't give them a kill, and yeah, go and try and live for another day. And as you can see, we are doing very well right now. I don't know how much of that is because of me. I'm sure probably not too much of it. But we're holding all 3 points right now. And sometimes that's a good idea. Sometimes it's actually not good to capture all 3 points. Because what it means is that you don't really know where the other team is and like where they're going to be coming from. And like that, they can kind of spawn behind you, and I can get shot by this pirate who's going and trying to trap me down. But you know what? We are getting so many points. I'm pretty sure that this is going to definitely work work out for our favor. And this is actually a time when this character is really good, because I need to be just keeping an eye on all of the points, and whenever I see that one of them is getting taken, I just need to go and charge down there as soon as I can, and try and protect it. So I can see now that they're trying to get C, but there's also this guy here that I want to take out of. I'm getting shot in the back though. Let's try and put up the shield, do a bit of damage. So in that situation, what I probably should have done is turned into the ball and got away immediately, because as soon as I saw that there was someone behind me, I knew it was bad news for me. But you can see how it's sometimes it's not great to have all of the points because you can get taken out like that. But as I said, I think we're getting such a big lead. I'm sure we're going to do fine nonetheless. And there we go. I was just about able to take up that pirate. I think I'm on like fire or something there. So I want to kind of, before I charge too headlong into a battle, I kind of just want to wait for my health to go up. You can see it kind of just slowly ticking up in the corner down there. So if you see that you are slightly weak, just back off for a little bit. Like, you don't have to just go and hide in a corner, but you just want to make sure, like, where I am here, like, if I start getting shot at too much, all I can do is just go and back around that corner, and I know that I'm going to end up being safe. So I'm in a very safe situation. So if that guy there started doing damage against me, I know that all I could do is just go and back off and be fine. So as I said, I'm really just trying to get all of these players weak, so my teammates can finish them off. It really is kind of like a support player. You're not going to kind of run in and take everyone out yourself. But you're just going to keep them all weak, and you're basically just making your life a lot easier for the rest of the team, because it is a team game. Don't go into the games, like the game types like this, and just think, I want to vanquish everyone. That's all I'm going to try and do. Sometimes, you know, it's a good idea to run in and capture a point, even like if you know you're going to die. So really make sure that you're kind of just doing what's going to benefit the entire team rather than benefit yourself. And that is a very bad situation for me there. I am not going to win that fight. But as you can see, I was safe because I was so far away. All I needed to do was back off for a second, and now I can go around here. And they seem to be coming from this direction. So if I go up here, I might be able to surprise some of them and kind of come up from behind them and try and get them when they're not expecting it. But sadly, that pirate came out the second I arrived. And I kind of want to work with my teammate here. I saw that there was a jumper coming up, and oh no, they flanked for right round behind me as well. That was Stenchy the skunk. Oh no, that was his weapon, was Stenchy the skunk. But to be honest, I can kind of do what I want. At this point, we got such a big lead, and we're still holding like pretty much all of the points. Like, all I really need to do is just try and make sure that they don't get a chance to get back into control. So let's go and show the other move. So the other thing he can do is this big charge attack, and as you can see, I did it just as this zombie jumped. And it's good. The problem is it's so risky because as you charge in, you get so close to the enemy. Like, the chances are, unless it's just one person by themselves, you're probably going to get taken out afterwards. And even if it is one person, like, if you miss, then you've done no damage whatsoever. So I try and use that move either to, like, get away quickly or dodge between cover quickly, or as kind of like a last resort. Like, if I see, like, okay, there's no way I'm going to escape now, I kind of just do that as just as a last resort to try and do some damage. But there you go. You can see that that was a very successful game. As I mentioned, I think I had a very good team then, so I don't know how much of the success was because of me, but there we go, I did okay. I was kind of in the middle of the scoreboard. As I said, you generally don't get too many vanquishes, but hopefully I deal quite a lot of damage as well. And let's buy some stickers, shall we? As I'm going to go and play another game. The problem with this game is that I don't know whether in the next game I'm going to be a zombie or a plant, and of course, because this is all about the citrus, I want to be a zombie. And oh, what did I get though? I got a metal petal. That seems quite cool. I guess it's a sunflower with really good defense. And is that all I got? Yeah, I got the character, the metal petal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hang on for just a second, and if if the next round I am playing as a plant again, and then I'm just going to carry on where I left off and carry on playing the game. But if I do switch over to the zombie side, then I'm going to have to just cut ahead and wait until I do get back on the plant side, as I can carry on playing as citrus. But I guess while we're waiting for the next round to load up, I'll talk a little bit more about the class. So I think I covered a lot about it. Of course, I'm playing the suburbanation round, and I think that is the biggest advice I would give, is to make sure you're playing the right character for the round you're playing, like what game type it is, and also just kind of the situation. Like, sometimes, you know, you'll want to be very offensive, but sometimes, say in that situation, because we had all of the points, like, captured, I might want to switch over to a more defensive character, because I just need to defend them, and oh, I knew it. I knew I'd end up switching to the zombie side. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly cut ahead until I've got the next round where I'm going to be playing as Citrus again. Okay, so I'm playing a new game now on Boney Island. I just played the round as the zombies just to make sure I was getting in the start of a round, and yay! Like, I found that it generally does seem to alternate between playing as plants as zombies, but I have had like several games in a row as the same characters. I think it's like when you switch servers or something. I don't know, but yeah, it looks like we're playing back as the Citrus class now, and so the beginning of the game is of course very important. So let's go and head down this way. Let's just go straight to A first. So normally what I do is push to like a further point, seeing as I'm so fast, but I kind of went the wrong way, and I realized that I wouldn't get there quick enough, as I thought, you know what, I might as well go and just help, yeah, trying to gather up A. And after playing the last game, it kind of reminded me of something that I wanted to talk about, and that is the fact that plants do seem to be better than zombies. And I can't like point to specifically what classes are better than what classes or whatever, but plants do seem to win a lot more than zombies do. Because I played the last game and we lost it, and I've realized that overall the zombies do seem to lose a little bit more than plants. But what they will probably do is, oh, there's some big eggs here. Yeah, what they probably will do is rebalance the game. So what they do is, if like one class seems too strong compared to the others, or one like seems too weak compared to the others, they can kind of alter it and change it and make it so that it's a little bit more balanced. Because I know there's been lots of complaints about the Rose, and that's because the Rose is ridiculously strong, and I mean like crazy strong. So at the moment, like as I'm recording this, the Rose is still really strong, but I think there's a very good chance that they're going to change it and make her not quite as strong as she is now. But I am definitely looking forward to when I get to do the video on her, because she's probably for her and the corn, probably my favorite two classes, like new ones that weren't in the old game. And this is the situation I don't want to be in, where I'm up close range and I wasn't ready like that. But once again, as you can see, we've got a pretty decent lead here. I was actually kind of hoping that we'd end up losing, because then I can kind of show you what you should do, like when you're out of control, and how to try and get back in control. Because a really big part of the game, it's kind of like guessing with what your team is doing. Like, the best way to play this game, or any similar game, is to play with a group of friends and to be planning and communicating and working together to make sure that you're... oh, I keep shooting my own team here. It's because I just played on the zombie side, so I'm used to shooting plants. Yeah, so the best way to play is to kind of have a whole team working together and communicating and planning, like who's going to go where and who's doing what. Of course, the chances are that that's not going to be happening all the time, and so if you are playing by yourself, you kind of just need to guess. You just kind of need to guess what your team's doing, or just watch what they're doing. So, for example, if you see that like all of your team is being like one specific class, like don't be that class as well. Be someone else. Or if you can see that your team is really offensive and keeps really attacking, maybe you should stay back and defend for a bit. Or vice versa. If you can see that they're all like staying back and defending, you know, make sure that you're being aggressive and attacking. So you really do want to just to be guessing like what your team is going to do and when, and trying to just kind of like fill in the gaps and do kind of what else needs to be done. So as you can see, we kind of lost control pretty quickly then. We were doing very well, and then they kind of caught everything back quite fast. Actually, they've only got C now. I always get confused, because you're constantly switching from being plants and zombies. Like, I just get used to like playing as one team, and then it suddenly switches around and I get all confused. But here's a great showcase of just being able to get in really quick. And I saw that they were attacking B, so if I fire that down, I can do a bunch of damage, and then I want to back off. So remember, these scientists are very good close range, so I want to try and back off and use my shield and just keep backing up. I know that there's loads of them. They got loads of scientists all over the place. Luckily, though, I did a lot of damage, and I was a good distraction. And as you saw, I had the other corn guy kind of sneaking up behind. So even though I died there, I still do think that I did pretty good. And I think we're going to lose this point here, because as you can see, they got loads of them. And something I didn't really speak about is the fact that you don't need to reload. As Citron, you don't actually really need to reload your weapon, but it does overheat like that. So you really want to keep, oh no, here we go with the scientists again. So this is a case where if I wasn't doing this series, I would switch around class to try and counter all of their scientists. I'm going to stay with the Citron for now, but yeah, normally I wouldn't be quite as stubborn. So yeah, this gun. So what you kind of want to do is you either want to charge it kind of right up to the limit, and then duck behind cover, or kind of like this where I'm not being shot back at. You can kind of like burst fire and try and do damage that way. But if you are like at range with cover, you might as well shoot until like you're just about to run out. And then because you're going to be ducking like behind cover anyway, that's like the perfect time to let the gun cool down, so you can go and start shooting it again. And as you can see, we are absolutely dominating. And I'm playing with the pretty much the same team as I did last round, but the only difference is that we are all playing as the plants now. So it does definitely seem like it is a lot more difficult to win when you're playing on the zombie side, but it does happen. Like, it's not like it's impossible. It just does seem to be a little bit more difficult. So if you do find yourself losing a lot as the zombies, don't get too disheartened. You know, it's kind of the same for everyone. And here I want to back up. So actually what I really want to do now is get into a ball and just try and get a little bit more distance between myself and these enemies, because I don't want to get stuck close range like I did then. But it looks like all of my team are here. And look at that. We've got Suburbanation, which basically means that we have all 3 points. But as of course, as I say that, they go and capture the other point. And you need to be ready for that. As soon as you get all 3, you know that they are going to be somewhere. So you need to try and guess where they're going to be. And the chances are they're going to be at like the furthest point away from where you are. But it looks like, seeing as they only have 1 point, we have a big, good team push charging in together. And oh no, I'm getting caught from behind. So I'm going to use the shield. I'm going to turn into a ball. Then I'm going to use the speed boost. And I'm going to get out of there. And I'm going to fall straight in the water. Oh dear. Another tip I would give you is to learn the levels. Once you've played the maps a lot, you're going to kind of learn the terrain and learn where you can and, of course, where you can't go. Oh dear, what a absolutely horrible way to end the game. It was good fun, though, and there we go. I was able to quite easily win the 2 games that I played. So there we go. Hopefully, I've given you a few tips about Citron. I think I've learned a little bit as well, which was kind of the point. And if you do have any tips for me or anyone else about how to play as this character, yeah, leave them as a comment down below, and yeah, we can all share our knowledge and hopefully all get better at the game together. But that's the end of this episode here. I'm going to be basically going through all of the characters from top to bottom. So the next episode, I'm going to be playing as the imp character on the zombie side. So yeah, make sure you come back and see that episode. There'll be a link down to it in the description as soon as I've uploaded it. But yeah, that's the end of the episode. Sorry, I'm getting all excited. That is the end of this episode here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye!